folks, what's up? I know I'm all red. I don't really have a good red guitar except like the double neck, which is kind of I'm not lugging that around. So colors will clash today, people. So the Walrus Audio RED. I just read the description on the website. I'm gonna start by being an ass and saying that that's completely wrong. I'm torn between this is a really cool pedal and what the crap. But I'm gonna have to turn this off because it's going bing, 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 bing. I don't think it's great at what it's advertised to do, but it's great. So we're gonna get into this. We have Murple here, which is, you know, purple and red really doesn't go, but she's great for this. Murple, come on, how pretty is she? And we have single chord sounds, which we don't really need for this. We're talking metal. That's what that is. That's what that pedal does. So, fiery red, some kind of scientisty guy looking at microbes. Their designer is brilliant. I love it. Volume, gain, which is pretty much almost full blast the whole time. 3-band EQ, which behaves kind of strangely, and a switch. And they said in the down position you have the most compression and beautiful singing leads. In the up position it behaves more overdrive-like. I felt that in the up position you have more mids, which for me that's the leads. Okay, it might not compress that much, but for me, if I want the lead, I go in the up position, dial in a bit of the mids, and bang, there's your singing lead tone. But you know what? We all see things differently, and the Walrus guys just described it in a way that I wouldn't describe it. I would not play leads down there because it's going to be tough, because they're going to be screaming leads, because it feels like the mid caved in, a little bit scooped down there. A little bit more modded plexi-ish, but we'll see. Hey, Murple going into the red. Actually, Murple going into the Ditto, going into the red, going into the Strymon Brigadier for some delays if we need it, going into the... Damn it, right there, the Carl Martin Custom Shop 50 on clean, but of course we're gonna ship this thing into a whole bunch of different amps at the end, so you can hear maybe how you recognize an amp that's closest to what you have, and that's how it's gonna behave. So, I'm gonna dial it down and engage. This is weird because this is for the here and this is for here, which is Phil X came up with that. Phil, come on. This is not dropped too low. Doom, drop. I haven't tried this, but you know what? Since it's called red and it's supposed to be evil, let's put another red pedal on the table. We kind of have to, right? We're just gonna go 4th down and that's it, but not now. We're gonna do that later. Good. So right now, drop nothing. And yes, that is pretty much with the lowest gain that you can get. This thing is not an overdrive, it's not subtle, it always goes... That's what it does. So, it is at this setting, very responsive. So if you want to go do the Iron Maiden thing, you. I can't, obviously. This is actually a pretty sweet rock classic metal sound. It really does this well. But it has these undertones of fuzz in it. I mean, it's a tiny bit, but it's not this traditional distortion sound. It's a traditional distortion with a tiny bit of fuzz in it. Because I think that's where those Walrus guys come from. They're not really the metal guys, so I think they put a tiny bit of fuzz in it, which might not be a bad thing. It's just not as advertised. I want more bass. Ha! We have an off for that. Okay, let's give it a bit more gain, not too much. It's already ultra thick, ultra saturated, as promised. That they do. They promise it's saturated, and fuck it is. It's pretty amazing. It's a killer pedal, but it doesn't sound like the traditional metal pedal. It's traditional metal pedal once removed. It's like the red evil brother of the traditional metal sound, because it's got the tiny bit of fuzz in it, you know, if you know what I mean. It's very thick also. Yeah. And it's weird, for the first time, Walrus Audio has put the 9V on the side, which is, with the angled plugs I'm using, a little bit annoying. I don't know why they did that. Why don't they just stick with their 9V on the top and give it the nice thing that the Luminary has? Please watch my 385 review to see what I'm talking about. Now, it's just a little bit crazy. Can you hear that tiny bit of fuzz I'm talking about? because you really don't need that much gain, but because it's so responsive and so fast, it is a beautiful shredder's pedal. I played it earlier with the Frank Gambale Ibanez for about an hour, and all of a sudden I was like, oh dude, I can play. I did all these fast runs that I haven't done in years. And I'm like, dude, I'm nailing this shit. So if you want to play fast, that's the thing. Let me try this. Actually, no, I'm going to try this in the other setting. It's a song. Let's look at the EQ section. Why are all the metal pedals completely overdone when it comes to EQ? I don't understand why the metal pedals go crazy with EQ. Yeah, it sounds very peaky, so it doesn't sound like it's affecting a wider range of frequencies. It sounds like it's affecting very narrow bands. For me, it becomes interesting when you flip this thing up, because all of a sudden the mids come in, it gets warmer, and it gets more whoa! Yeah, it can do that pretty damn well. It's a good shredder pedal because of the tiny bit of fuzz that it has. Gonna go here. Everything up. I like less gain on it, which really isn't less gain, it's just less than incredibly loads. So we're gonna use that and record a loop and test a couple of amps. So here we are, we have the loop, and I'm going to show you the amps clean, so you know roughly what they sound like, so you can compare to your amp. Probably not, I don't know how you would do this, but anyway, I'll try to give you the clean sound so you know what the pedal does with the amp. The numbers I'm holding up are for me, completely ignore them, just look at the cup. Yeah, we start with number 1. Interesting. I'm going to say interesting. So, what do I think? It's difficult. Metal pedals are always difficult. For a good metal sound, you need a good amp. You need a, I don't know, Diesel, Mesa, Rev, KSR, great stuff. You need something with headroom. Amps are better when it comes to the metal. So, is this a metal pedal? Yes! Let's say it's a high gain pedal that's very saturated, very dense, and has a tiny bit of fuzz in it. It's a Walrus Audio interpretation of what high gain should be from a company that really doesn't listen to a lot of high gain music, which is probably a good thing because what they've created is another type of high gain pedal. This is not your typical metal, what's it called, metal zone. It's not your typical what Brian Wampler would do, who's brilliant, but, you know, that's more his cup of tea, his bailiwick, as they say up in Scotland. It's Walrus Audio's interpretation. Now, you can get some really cool sounds out of that. The EQ goes a little bit too far, I think. What I heard right here, I don't know if you heard that, when I switched the amps, it's not necessarily super compatible with a whole bunch of amps. It didn't quite work well with the Sur. On the Mesa, the bass dropped out a bit. Of course, we could have adjusted that. Obviously, you can tailor. That's why you have the EQ to tailor it to your amp. But on everything flat, I think it sounded best with the Thomann. It sounded rounded off. It sounded the most like I would expect a high gain metal sound to be. And then it got very midsy on some of them. Obviously, the AC30. So it's something with the Diesel it didn't want at all. So 2 options. Go to the store, take your amp and try it, order it with my Thomann link under this video and try it. And if it just doesn't work with your gear, and if it's something that you don't like, send it back. That's how we do it today. We buy things, we check them out. That's why they have 30-day money-back guarantee. So go ahead with something like this when we just figured out I might not react to every amp favorably. Try it. That's what the 30-day money-back is for. I think it's a very cool new interpretation of what high gain should be and could be. They're saying it's the classic 90s metal sound. For me, absolutely not. Then again, what do I know what 90s metal sounds like? I have no idea. It's a fun pedal, clocks in at, I don't know, over $200, something like this. It's not inexpensive, but it's Walrus audio quality, and you definitely get what you pay for. I like the 3-band EQ. That's very, very nice. I mean, it goes a little bit too far, but it's nice that you can adjust to your amp and what you need. And you can definitely get some, let's say, unique high gain sounds out of it. Not your typical Metallica sound. If you're looking to play Metallica or Megadeth or whatever, I don't think this is a thing. But if you want to start the new revolution in metal, the Walrus Audio RED could do just that. Think about it. Metal with a tiny bit of fuzz in it. I like it for what it is. Thanks for watching. Use my links. Go to Patreon. Be nice. Watch some animals. And celebrate pedal nerdism. I don't know. Bye-bye.